Ever wish you could just kind of like conjure up amazing visuals just with a couple of words?
Yeah.
Well, with AI art generators, you pretty much can.
It's true.
And we're diving deep into two of the most popular platforms that are out there.
Right.
Craiyon and Midjourney.
Yeah, they're really popular.
And whether you're, a super experienced artist or just starting to play around with it a little bit, we're going to try to help you figure out which one fits your needs.
Absolutely. And what's really cool about this tech is it's opening up like artistic expression to so many more people.
Yeah.
And we're seeing marketers, businesses, even people who are just doing this as a hobby.
Right.
They're using these tools to make all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
From graphics for social media to like insanely detailed illustrations.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And it's really incredible how accessible it's all become.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to admit, with so many choices out there, I was kind of lost at first. So let's just start with the basics.
Yeah.
Can you give us a quick rundown of what Craiyon and Midjourney are even all about?
Absolutely. So both platforms are AI-powered, which means they use these algorithms to generate images based on text prompts.
Gotcha.
You literally type in what you want to see.
Wow.
And the AI makes it happen.
That's wild.
They're also both known for delivering like super high quality outputs.
Yeah.
Without those annoying watermarks that you see on some of the free tools.
That's huge. Yeah, I hate that.
Oh, totally.
Okay, so they both make pictures from text.
Right.
What are some of the biggest differences that we should know about?
Okay, so one of the biggest differences is like their origin stories.
Oh, okay.
Craiyon actually started as an open source project.
Oh, interesting.
Which has really shaped how it's developed,
Sure.
So it's known for being user-friendly and really affordable.
Nice.
Even has like a free option.
Wow.
So it's a great starting point for anyone who's just curious about AI art.
So it's like the welcoming art studio, like open doors for everyone.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
What about Midjourney?
Okay, so Midjourney...
It seems to have a little bit more of a pro reputation, right?
You're right. It's gotten this reputation for making like super realistic and highly detailed artwork.
Nice.
So it's really popular with like pro artists and designers.
Yeah.
And something that makes it stand out is it's integrated with Discord.
So you're not just like generating art.
Right.
You're doing it within like a whole community of other people.
That's exactly it. You can get feedback, share ideas, even work together on projects.
That's awesome.
It started as a premium service, but now it's more accessible. It's got different subscription plans.
So starting to get a feel for the like personalities here.
Yeah.
Craiyon is like friendly and approachable.
Uh-huh.
Midjourney's like sophisticated powerhouse.
Yeah, I like that.
But let's go beyond that, like initial impression, and talk about like what it's actually like to use these things.
Right.
What's the user experience?
So Craiyon keeps it simple, clean, web-based interface.
Yeah.
It's really straightforward, easy to use. Midjourney, though, that immerses you in the world of Discord.
Okay.
You're making art.
Right.
You're interacting.
Yeah.
You're getting inspired, all within this lively online community.
That sounds amazing if that's your kind of thing.
Totally.
But I can see how it might be a little overwhelming if you're brand new.
Sure. Especially if you don't know Discord already.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What about the speed of these platforms?
Okay, so...
Say I'm like working on something, I have a tight deadline.
Yeah.
Which one is going to give me those pictures faster?
Well, they're both known for being pretty fast, but there are some differences.
Yeah.
Crayon's text prompt interface is super intuitive.
Okay.
So you can really get those creative juices flowing.
Yep.
And generate those images super quick.
So Crayon's good for when you need to brainstorm.
Exactly.
And like get a lot of ideas out there fast.
Exactly.
What about Midjourney? Does it have any kind of speed advantage?
Well, Midjourney uses advanced algorithms.
Okay.
And it even gives you the option of dedicating more GPU time to your image generation.
Hold on. Can you break that down a little bit?
Sure.
What is GPU time and why does that make it faster?
Okay, think of it like this. The GPU is like the brain of your computer when it comes to visuals.
Yeah.
So the more GPU time that you give it,
the
more processing power you're giving the AI,
right.
which means faster image creation.
Cool.
But of course, this usually costs more.
Right. So you're essentially paying for a speed boost.
That's it.
And I could definitely see why that would be like appealing for like professionals who are working on projects where they need to get them done quickly.
Exactly.
What about customization?
Okay. So
let's say I have a very specific style in mind or a detail. Can I actually tweak these things and make them, my own?
This is where Midjourney really shines.
Okay.
They offer incredible control over styles.
Oh, wow.
Resolution, and all those little details.
Okay.
It's like having this virtual art studio at your fingertips.
I'm picturing it like a digital Michelangelo just chiseling away at those pixels.
I love it.
What about Crayon? Does it offer any customization options?
It does. You can play around with image styles,
okay,
attributes and composition,
okay,
but it's not as fine-tuned as Midjourney.
Gotcha.
It really comes down to how much control you need,
right,
and what you're trying to do.
So Crayon's great for quickly generating ideas.
Exactly.
And just trying out different styles.
Exactly.
Midjourney gives you that detailed control,
right,
to make those really polished, pieces.
Yes.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
I think so.
What about integrating these tools with other platforms or workflows? So say I'm working with a team or I want to put my AI art into a bigger project.
Right.
How does that work?
So because it's web-based, Crayon's really accessible.
Okay.
You can use it from anywhere, any device.
Yeah.
Without having to download or install anything.
Nice.
It fits into any workflow pretty much.
That's great.
Midjourney uses that Discord integration for smooth collaboration.
Uh-huh.
So if you're already using Discord,
yeah,
you can just bring AI art right into your existing communication channels.
Cool. So each platform kind of fits into a different ecosystem.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The cost.
Right.
So we know Crayon's got a free option, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Can you break down the paid options for both platforms?
Sure. So Crayon has a pretty simple structure.
Okay.
Paid plans start at just $5 a month.
Wow.
And then they jump to $20 a month.
Okay.
For more features and usage. And they even have custom pricing if you've got really specific business needs.
That's really affordable, especially for people starting out.
Totally.
What about Midjourney's subscription model?
They have a range of plans.
Okay.
Starting with the basic at $10 a month.
Okay.
Then there's the standard for $30.
Yeah.
The Pro for $60.
Okay.
And then a mega plan for $120 a month.
Wow, that's quite a range.
It is.
What are the main differences between those Midjourney plans?
So the more expensive plans give you more of that fast GPU time we were talking about.
Right.
Which means faster image generation.
Okay.
They also unlock commercial usage rights.
Gotcha.
Which is really important if you plan to use your art for business.
So you're basically paying for speed and flexibility.
Peace of mind.
And peace of mind.
Then peace of mind.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, what about support?
Okay.
Let's say I run into a problem or have a question. Who do I call?
So Crayon has a live chat feature so you can get help in real time, which is good for quick questions or troubleshooting.
Right.
And Midjourney, true to its collaborative spirit, has 247 support on Discord.
Oh, cool.
They've got a whole team dedicated to support.
Okay.
Plus a really active community where you can get help from other users.
That sounds like a great resource, especially if you're new to all this.
It is.
Or just need some guidance.
Totally.
Speaking of support, one thing I always think about is availability.
Yeah.
Are there any differences in how these platforms work for American users?
That's a great point.
In terms of support.
Yeah, especially with time zones.
Right, exactly.
So that 247 Discord support from Midjourney is a huge plus for U.S. users.
Okay.
Because no matter when you're working,
right,
there's always someone there to help.
Nice.
Now, Crayon's live chat is helpful.
Yeah.
But it might not always line up with U.S. working hours.
So if you're burning the midnight oil,
right,
Midjourney might have the edge there. Exactly.
Okay, we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
Let's get practical.
Okay.
Who do you think each platform is best suited for?
So Crayon is awesome for beginners, students, hobbyists, anyone who wants to explore without making a big commitment.
Right.
The free option's perfect for dipping your toes in.
Cool.
And the paid plans are super budget friendly.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it really is like that welcoming art studio we were talking about. Open to anyone, no matter how much experience they have.
I like it.
What about Midjourney? Who thrives in that environment?
So Midjourney, with all its features, advanced customization, and that great community, it's perfect for people who are more experienced
Okay.
professionals, artists, and businesses that need that top-notch quality.
Gotcha.
And have the money to spend on it.
Right,
if you need that fine-grained control and want to be part of a thriving art community, Midjourney is the way to go. So we've got our user profiles down.
We do.
Now I'm curious about what's happening under the hood.
Okay.
What kind of AI magic makes all this possible?
So Crayon uses a model based on Daily, which is this fascinating AI tech from OpenAI. And it uses a combo of GPT-3. Which is a powerful language AI that's really good at understanding and generating text like a human would.
Right.
And then CLIP, which links text and visuals together.
Interesting.
And it's that combination that lets Crayon turn your words into pictures.
So they've basically taught this AI to speak the language of words and pictures.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What about Midjourney?
So they're a little more hush-hush about their specific methods. But we know they're using their own proprietary AI model with deep learning techniques.
Gotcha.
And what's really interesting is that this model is constantly learning and evolving based on feedback from users. So the more people use Midjourney,
the better it gets at making these incredible images.
It's like the AI is constantly learning and improving its art skills.
That's a great way to put it.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away with the magic here, we got to talk about the practical stuff. Security and privacy.
Right.
These are big concerns when it comes to any online platform.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're talking about creative work.
Right.
So how do these platforms stack up?
Both Crayon and Midjourney take data security seriously.
Okay, good.
Crayon gets extra points for its focus on privacy.
Okay.
They don't use watermarks.
Nice.
Which protects your ownership of those images.
That's great.
And they've got features in place to keep your creation safe.
Awesome.
Midjourney offers strong encryption.
Okay.
And you can customize your settings to control who sees your work.
So it sounds like both platforms are taking steps to protect their users' creative work.
Right.
And their personal info.
But like with any new technology, it's always a good idea to be aware of the risks and use these tools responsibly.
Definitely.
Any final thoughts before we move on?
Sure.
As our listener weighs their options between Crayon and Midjourney.
There's no one right answer here. Think about your budget, your experience level, and what you really want to do with AI art.
Right.
Crayon's a super accessible place to start.
Yeah.
Midjourney gives you a more professional and feature-rich experience.
Cool.
The key is to find the one that helps you be creative.
That's great advice.
Thanks.
And before we dive into some of the challenges and ethical considerations, I want to point out that Crayon and Midjourney are just the tip of the iceberg.
Totally.
There are a lot of AI art generators out there.
There really are.
It's a whole world.
Yeah.
And we'll be looking at some of those other options later on.
Stay tuned.
So stick with us. Okay, so we've gotten a feel for what these platforms are all about.
Yeah.
Both Crayon and Midjourney offer some really amazing ways to create art using AI.
Totally.
But I imagine there's a bit of a learning curve with this, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, how do you even talk to these AI art generators to get what you want out of them?
It's a great question. It's almost like learning a whole new language.
Right.
Figuring out how to make good prompts is one of the biggest challenges people face with this stuff.
Because you can't just say, make me something cool.
Exactly.
And expect a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you could try.
Yeah.
But you might be surprised by what you get.
Right.
The AI really needs clear instructions. The more specific you are in your prompt, the better the result is going to be.
Okay.
Think about the style, the colors, the composition, even the mood you're going for.
So instead of just saying cat,
right,
I might say like a fluffy Persian cat napping on a velvet cushion in a sun-drenched room with like a dreamy, impressionistic vibe.
That's a perfect example.
Really?
You're giving the AI so much more to work with. It's like giving a detailed creative brief to a real artist.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see how important it is to be specific.
Absolutely.
But even with a well-crafted prompt, I imagine there are times when the AI just doesn't get it quite right.
Right.
What happens then?
Well, that's where those refining tools we were talking about earlier come in.
Okay.
So both Crayon and Midjourney let you tweak what you've created to get closer to your vision. Like Midjourney will let you upscale images.
Okay.
So they're higher resolution.
Right.
You can ask for different variations on a theme.
Gotcha.
Or even like remix different elements to make something totally unique.
So it's an iterative process, working with a human artist.
Exactly.
You give them feedback.
Right.
And they make adjustments until you're happy with the final product.
Exactly. And the cool thing about AI is it can make those variations and adjustments super fast.
That's true.
You can try out all these different ideas and see the results almost instantly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That must change the creative process so much.
It really does.
Speaking of challenges, you mentioned Midjourney's integration with Discord. And I can see how that would be great for collaboration.
Right.
But I also imagined it could be a little intimidating.
Totally.
For someone who's not used to the platform.
Midjourney definitely has a learning curve.
Okay.
All those commands and channels can be confusing at first.
Yeah.
But they do have really good tutorials.
Okay.
And a super active community that's always happy to help new people.
So it's like anything new, once you get the hang of it, it opens up a whole world of possibilities.
Exactly.
But before we go down that rabbit hole too far, we got to talk about the big one. Legal and ethical aspects of AI art.
Right.
There's a ton of discussion about copyright and ownership these days. What's the current situation with all that?
It's changing all the time, really.
Right.
So it's important to understand each platform's terms of service.
Gotcha.
Some might let you use the art commercially, but with some rules.
Okay.
Others might be more strict.
So, as with any legal thing, you got to do your research.
Absolutely.
Understand the rules before you start playing the game.
For sure.
But even beyond the legal stuff, there are bigger ethical questions we need to be thinking about.
Totally. As AI art gets more advanced and easier to use, it's raising these important conversations about its impact on human artists.
Right.
Some artists see it as a threat, while others see it as a powerful new tool.
I can see both sides.
Yeah.
It's a complex issue, no easy answers.
Surely.
Like with any new technology, there are going to be growing pains, and we'll need to adjust along the way.
Absolutely.
But it's a conversation we definitely need to be having.
It is.
As we figure out this new creative landscape.
It's important.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive into Crayon and Midjourney, I think it'd be helpful to zoom out a little and look at the bigger picture of AI art in general.
Right.
There are so many cool platforms out there.
There really are.
Each with its own approach and capabilities.
Totally.
It's like opening a treasure chest of creative possibilities.
We love that.
Can you give us a sneak peek at some of these alternative AI art generators?
Sure.
Like what else is out there?
Well, there's DALL-E 2,
okay,
which is made by the same people who made ChatGPT.
Oh, wow.
It's known for making really realistic images.
Okay.
Even photorealistic ones.
Wow.
That are almost impossible to tell apart from photographs.
Yeah, I've seen some of the DALL-E 2 creations. They're mind-blowing.
They're amazing.
What else?
Another popular one is Night Cafe. They have a really cool feature that lets you create art in the style of famous painters.
So I could make like a Van Gogh-inspired portrait of my dog.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
It's really fun.
What other hidden gems should we know about?
If you're into making like fantasy creatures or unique characters, you got to check out Artbreeder.
Okay.
It's like a digital genetics lab.
What?
You can mix and match different features to create something totally new.
That sounds like a recipe for some wild creations.
Is.
Any other platforms we should have on our radar?
Well, Adobe, which is like the leader in creative software.
Right.
They recently launched Adobe Firefly, which is their own AI art generator.
Gotcha.
And it's built right into their existing tools.
Okay.
Which is really convenient if you're already using Adobe stuff.
It seems like every big tech company is getting into AI art now.
It's true. It's exploding.
It's incredible to see how fast this technology is evolving.
Yeah.
What does all this mean for someone who's just starting to explore AI art?
That's a good question.
It can feel a little overwhelming.
It can. But remember, the best part about AI art is that it's open to everyone.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or just curious to see what you can make. There's a platform out there for you.
Okay, so we've explored Crayon and Midjourney in depth.
We have.
We've touched on the challenges and the ethical side of things.
Yeah.
And we've gotten a glimpse into this whole world of other AI art generators.
We have.
What's the main takeaway from all of this?
The choice is yours.
Okay.
Crayon is user-friendly and affordable. It's a great place to start.
Yeah.
Midjourney is more powerful and has that awesome community.
Right.
So it depends what you're looking for. But no matter which one you choose, AI art has this incredible potential to unlock all kinds of creative possibilities.
It really does feel like we're at the beginning of a whole new artistic era.
We are, and that brings us to the most important part of this conversation.
Hey, okay.
You, the listener.
We've talked about like all the features and the challenges, the amazing things these tools can do.
Yeah.
And, the potential downsides.
Things to watch out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I want to hear from our listener.
Okay.
What excites you about all this?
Yeah, what gets you fired up?
Like, what gets you excited about AI art?
I think that's a great question to leave folks with.
Yeah.
As this tech becomes a bigger part of our lives, it's going to change everything.
Right.
How we make art, how we experience it, maybe even what we consider art.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Just a few years ago, this stuff was like science fiction.
Right.
And now
it's here.
It's just here.
It's real.
Yeah.
Like, ready for us to play with.
It's wild.
It is.
It is.
It is. And that's why I think it's so important to be, like, curious.
Right.
But also responsible. We need to think about the impact this could have.
Yeah.
And use it in a way that makes creativity better.
Yeah.
Not worse.
I totally agree.
Right.
So, listener, as you're exploring Craiyon, Midjourney, or any of these other tools, think about how this fits into what you want to do.
Exactly. What's your vision?
Yeah, your own creative vision.
Right. Maybe it's a way to, bring your wildest ideas to life.
Oh, yeah.
Or to play with styles.
Yeah.
You never thought you could.
Yeah.
Or even to collaborate with people in new ways.
It could be that. Or something totally different.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So many possibilities.
Limitless. Almost.
But
don't forget to step back sometimes.
Right.
And think about the big picture.
Yeah. Ask yourself those big questions.
Yeah, like how is this tech changing art?
Totally.
What are the ethical things we need to think about? How can we make sure it's used to help artists and society?
That's what we need to figure out.
These are questions we're going to keep talking about as AI art keeps evolving.
It's not going away.
And who knows what's next?
Right.
Maybe we'll have AI art assistants that can work with us like in real time.
Like right there with you.
A whole virtual world's made with AI.
It could happen.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. The only limit is like our imagination.
Oh, that's good.
Right.
Yeah. So keep experimenting.
Keep creating.
Keep making stuff.
And keep asking those tough questions.
That's it for our deep dive into Craiyon and Midjourney.
We covered a lot.
Hope you learned some stuff, got those creative juices flowing.
I hope so.
And maybe started thinking about some of the big questions.
Yeah, the important stuff.
That come with this incredible technology.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Happy creating.